So, welcome to Waterdeep, the city of splendors. So, it's called that because, it's one of the biggest cities on the Sword Coast. It's a bustling metropolis, and some of you are longtime residents of the city, others are newcomers, and all manner of in between. But for a number of various reasons, you have some of you just wanting to spend some time spend some time in a fun environment. You have all gathered today in the Yawning Portal Tavern, a common hub for people to socialize. It's a larger than normal tavern with plenty of rooms to stay. There's always a lot of people that are available to talk to. But the main feature of the Yawning Portal that everyone knows about, and the reason it has that name, is that right in the middle of it, there is a massive 40-foot diameter well that descends down over 100 feet down into from what you've heard, a massive dungeon called Undermountain. And the proprietor actually allows adventurers to pay to go down into Undermountain for adventuring. So it's
bullshit. You have to pay him to get in.
It's like an amusement park where you can die.
No.
So it's like most amusement parks.
What is this Dead Man Wonderland bullshit? Except it's not a prison.
People aren't going to willingly tell you their bra size.
So yeah, I guess we'll go around and all of you have been here before for various reasons. So you all at least you're not necessarily good friends with each other, but you all would be able to recognize each other from oh yeah, that's that person who's been around.
Which I hope they can't recognize me.
Okay, well maybe you try to hang out in the corner or something.
Hang out in the corner where I belong.
But they at least know.
That makes you more noticeable.
So I guess let's go around and say a brief description of what you think the other characters would know, just from physical appearance, what your character's doing, and anything else they would know about you. Who wants to start?
You have to repeat that because I didn't hear it.
Okay, so just like a quick description of physical appearance, what your character would be doing at the moment, and anything else the others would know about you, just either from reputation or anything else.
Oh, common knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, my character is wearing all black. He's covering his face. He's got shifty eyes. Sort of looks like a drow. And kind of has this look on his face that says, "Don't fucking bother me."
And what's he...
Common knowledge is you find him in dark places. He shifts around, he disappears for a couple days, shows up again, disappears for a week, shows up again, sometimes covered in wounds, sometimes not.
Yeah, so, and they also, side note, they don't have... Your character doesn't have to have a reputation, just, if they do, be sure to...
Oh, he doesn't have a reputation. That's just common knowledge.
Okay. So yeah. So that is your boy. And what is he doing at the moment?
He's sitting in the back corner, shiftily looking around with his shifty eyes.
All right. Sounds good.
He's also slightly bleeding from his lip.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right.
So my character is Sylvia Carter. She's a extremely short halfling monk with red hair, and she always acts like she runs the place, whether the people in the bar like it or not. At the end of the day, she finds herself casually napping on the bar floor.
Probably with many ales, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Probably with more than her body weight worth of ale.
Yes. If the bartender doesn't kick her out by the end of the night.
Yeah, that's a character with a reputation. And what is she doing at the moment?
At the moment, she's talking to Merloon to see if she could get some cheap booze off of him.
Alright, so we'll get to that in a moment. Who's next?
I'll go.
Alright.
IL is a... I can never pronounce this.
Arakocra.
Arakocra.
And for those who don't know, that would be a bird person.
IL is an Arakocra. He looks like a barn owl. In case you didn't know that.
So yeah, there's just this guy with an owl head.
Yeah. And he has a slight reputation as a new private investigator.
Okay, so he's starting to make a name for himself.
Yes.
With phononic spelling into the chat for you.
Okay.
Arakocra. Okay.
Alright, Phoebe or Ethan, who wants to go next?
Ethan, you go first.
I will, give me a second. RJ reminded me of Power Thirst.
Birds all over your
I
body.
haven't thought about that in months.
Yes. Ayal is in fact the Birdman.
Quite literally. He's got some Venn diagrams. Anyway, I'm playing Ace the Tiefling. He can commonly be found smugly beating...
Okay, seriously. Let's let Ethan talk.
Sorry, I just love that.
I know.
It's worth loving. He is commonly suspected of cheating, but has never been proven so, and has somehow never been arrested.
Alright. So
They find him in the tavern swindling some bright-eyed idiot.
yeah. So people know he's a swindler?
I suspect because of, eventually it's just like, okay, nobody wins 25 games in a row on pure luck.
Right. Also
Physical description, I will...
hey!
Wonderful drawing.
Yeah, there's
And yes, he does usually look that smug.
God, he looks like a Chad.
Also, I'm getting an echo on someone's computer. I think it's RJ's.
It could be me. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not hearing an echo.
Say a bunch of things now.
Alright, might be fixed now. Alright.
Yeah, it's me. Sorry.
And Phoebe, if you want to round us out.
How dare you blame me?
Okay, so my character's name is Reese O'Leadham. He lives in Waterdeep. He's one of the noble families that resides there.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Upon first look, Reese seems like a very emo, strange child. But once you get to know him, you realize he's almost as normal as anyone else. He's actually quite friendly.
But he sort of and there he is.
Just for an image example, you will commonly see him wearing his white cloak, and often see him wandering around graveyards or talking to locals that are usually friendly with him.
He's too nice!
What?
Belongs to the death domain. Dear God.
Grave!
Yes.
Be nice.
Important distinction.
I will smack you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try.
Reese will smack you.
Yeah, so he sort of has a reputation as a bit of an oddball, you would say.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his family, most of his family has practically ousted him because they are of the life domain and they have been for generations, and his decision to move to the grave domain hasn't been taken very well.
Hey Phoebe, you can slap me when you see me in person the next time, but when I was a young boy,
I hate you.
my father...
God damn it, that's too good.
He looks like fucking Gerard
That's
Way.
more like
No
one
ears.
free punch. I didn't even use Gerard as a fucking
I'm just
reference.
calling it
What the
like
hell?
I see it. It's good though.
You know, Riss's parents were like, "It's just a phase, so we'll get the life domain eventually." And then he just didn't.
I mean, pretty much.
All right.
Seriously, I'm studying this.
Oh, and real quick. So Ayal and Ace are both talking with or gambling with Jalister right now. And what is Reese doing at the moment?
He's chatting with that one lady.
Yeah. Obaya Uday.
Obaya Uday.
Yes.
Dirty fucking clerics.
So, I guess
Emo fighters.
Excuse me?
So I guess we'll start. Basically, Thalos, you're over in the corner surveying the situation, and we'll sort of use that as a framing device as you look over in one direction and see a scene playing out of. Probably the first one that catches your attention is the very loud halfling talking with the blonde adventurer, who Sylvia. So.
Hey, Maloon!
Hey,
Buddy!
Sylvia, haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah, I just kind of stumbled in here. Do you have money for booze?
How remotely close are they to me?
They're let's say within like 30 feet.
Okay, good.
So,
I might have some in my pocket, but I forgot my pocket at home.
Sure, always. He's like,
Okay.
he pulls out some coin and flips it over to Durnan, the proprietor, who catches it and is like, well, more coming up. He's like, so how you been?
Good. There's more adventures in here than usual, though, and one seems to be taking up my spot. It's kind of a weird-looking bird guy.
And meanwhile, over at Ayal and Jalister's table, Ace, you pull out a deck of cards and shuffle it and deal it. Jalister says, "So, you're a gambler then?"
One might call me something along those lines.
All right. Well, I'm happy to oblige. Would you? I'm sorry. And he gestures to you, Ayal. I didn't get your name. Would you like to join?
No, thank you. I'm not a gambler.
All right. And while you two are started dealing out cards and drawing them, he continues talking to you, Ayal. So what did you want to talk about?
The goings on in the city.
Well, there's some rising tension between some of the crime guilds. So I'm told. I would be careful wandering around the dock ward. I think there's some bad blood brewing between the Zentarum and the Xanathar guild. Ace, I assume you have stacked the deck or something along those lines.
Come again?
I was talking to Ace.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear you. You broke up.
Oh, I assume you have stacked the deck or something along those lines.
Not so much. That's a little too easy to catch.
Okay.
Ace tends to prefer using illusion magic to just trick his opponents.
All right. So, what do you want to describe how he's doing that?
He's usually just casting minor illusion to give himself a top hand.
Okay. So, just make a sleight of hand check to see if Jalister notices.
Can I do it too, just for the walls?
Oh well, you could make a perception check if you wanted to catch that.
Let's see if the first roll is just god awful.
Well, I got a modified 26, so...
Okay.
You're off to a shit start. I got a 9.
Okay. So you start to cast your spell, and Jalister's hand flashes out and catches yours and says, no magic. And Ayal, you catch this as well, obviously. He's.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Look at him and
I had like perfect vision of it from the corner of my eye.
Yeah. So as that goes on, Thalos, your gaze scans to other things that could catch your attention, and you notice two individuals with clearly displayed holy symbols.
Thalos pulls back a little in disgust, but tries to hide it.
Okay. And Reese, you have pulled up a chair next to this individual named Obaya Uday, who says, hello, what's your name?
My name is Reese.
It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I must confess, I'm somewhat new to Waterdeep, so I haven't fully acquainted myself with its peoples.
Well, this is going on. Thalos is gonna just quietly tap on the bar to get a drink.
All right. The bartender Bonnie will come over with an ale.
All right. Let's see. All right. Good. I'm fine.
Oh, did you roll?
I'm picking it up with my right hand.
Oh, okay. One sec. Okay. Right. So. It's, and for a bit of flavor, it's called Shadow Dark Ale. Is the specialty of the Yawning Portal. Which is
Thalos looks at it. It looks back at him.
Right.
He looks back at it. It looks back at him. No, not even close. He takes a sip.
Yep, it's passable. Yeah, so,
him and the ale had a staring contest, and he won.
Yep. Yeah, so Reese, Obaya basically says, "So I see you're also one of the cloth."
Indeed. As are you. What domain do you follow?
Actually, let me check that.
Oh shit.
Crap! I just had it. Oh, there we go. A lot of balls in the air already.
It's all good.
Yep. It actually doesn't say. That's not important. It's probably not one you would have heard of. I'm actually from the other side, almost the other side of the world. Have you heard of Chult?
No.
Well, it is a jungle continent, far off. I'm on an expedition. A bit of a. I guess you could say I'm sponsoring expeditions into Undermountain, for those who want to pay, who don't have the coin.
Undermountain. I see.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, and you as well. I wouldn't recommend doing that at your early stages, but if you...
I mean, I've lived here all my life, and I've only held a mild interest in Undermountain, so not much to worry about there.
Well, you never know. You never know where life will take you.
True.
All right. So, meanwhile, back at the card game, Ace, how have you tried to recover from being noticed?
Honestly, I'd just like to look at him, give him, and just be like, I was simply casting message to speak with one of my acquaintances.
Make a deception check. Yeah, make a deception check.
How's a 14?
Wow. He narrows his eyes and sort of looks right at you. And he finally sits back and goes, very well. And you continue to deal out the cards. So...
Do you mind us ignoring all this?
Probably. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to ask him?
He told me that there's some stuff going down at the dock, so...
Yep.
Guess not.
Alright.
No, I suppose I'm still curious about this little tiefling here.
All right. So you're all passing the time there these conversations continue. And there's
Eventually, Thalos will stand up and he'll look to the bartender.
Okay.
You got any food in this dump?
Durnan says, "Of course. What's your fancy?"
I don't. It's not my fancy. I don't care what you got. I need something to feed the children, eh?
Okay. He'll kind of look at you like that. All right. Well.
He talks cryptic. He has his own made-up terms for shit.
Okay.
One of them ask a man about a horse.
And says, "Well, you can get some chicken for a silver." And he sort of holds out his hand. He's a little weirded out.
There we go. He's weirded out.
A little bit. He's sort of holding out a hand.
Thalos looks at him in the eyes, and he sees just a little bit under the hood to see the kind of menacing dark yellow eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how uncomfortable I'll make you feel.
Son, you don't know what I've seen in my time, so don't
And
try.
you don't know what I've seen in mine. Ever seen a man get ripped apart 5 ways by children?
Yes. Yes, he says.
Oh. Well then, I'm... He takes a step back. Dreadfully sorry. I didn't know you were the same cook. Well then,
He gestures.
perhaps you and I should hang out sometime, swap stories.
Maybe. You want to buy something? Also, when he said that, he indicated a large greatsword on the wall behind him.
He indicated what?
There was a large greatsword on the wall behind him.
Oh. What's that toothpick?
Bigger than those hand axes you're carrying.
Yes, but I could actually eat something.
At this point, Maloon has somewhat dragged you, Sylvia, up to the bar and it says, "Hey, Durnan! How are you doing?"
And the loud drunks are here.
Oh, hey! I think I remember you. I've seen you before.
Thalos is slowly sliding away
I
towards the window.
seem to have lost my pocket and all my money.
You also seem to have lost your mind.
This drink is broken. Can you fill it up for me?
Thalos will turn around and head straight for the door.
Okay. As you're doing so, at this point, then all the noise going around is eclipsed by a shout by the door. "You pig! You like killing me mates, does ya?" And
I'm going for the window.
and just then, a 7-foot-tall half-orc is hit by a wild swinging punch from a male human whose shaved head is covered with eye-shaped tattoos.
Oh, wait, who's getting hit?
A 7-foot-tall female half-orc is getting hit by a male human with eye tattoos. And
oh, surprisingly, not me this time.
And four other humans stand behind this guy, ready to jump into the fray. The half-orc cracks her knuckles, roars, and leaps at the tattooed figure. But before you can see if blood is drawn, a crowd of spectators clusters around the brawl. What do you do?
I'm just gonna keep sitting and drinking.
I'm gonna finish my drink, but I'm gonna take out my sword just in case.
All right.
I'll try to push up through the crowd to watch how this plays out first.
Okay. And Ace.
While that's going on, Thalos is going to slide away from the drunk and make his way over to Reese.
Okay. So you're just letting this play out, and Ace, what are you doing?
Ace is going to calmly shuffle his cards.
Okay.
And to what's his name, Jalister, and just be like, civilized when you haven't got half a brain.
Ayal, you shuffle your way through the crowd, and by the point you get through it, you see the half orc has the guy pinned, and beats him unconscious. And at that point, the 4 others pile on top of her and start beating on her. And she also is left unconscious. But by that point, Durnan, the proprietor, looks at them, points at the door, and yells and snarls, "Out!" And the humans look at him, look at the greatsword behind him, pick up their unconscious friend, and basically flee, leaving the unconscious half-orc behind.
Well, half-orc unconscious too?
Yeah, she was beaten unconscious by the other 4.
I'll go over and try to wake her up, tend to her.
Okay, just make a medicine check.
Hello?
I said make a medicine check.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Modified 20.
Oh, alright, you do manage to get her to wake her up. She wakes up with rubbing her head a bit, and she's about to say something, but then shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as a hulking creature climbs out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room.
A what?
A hulking creature climbs out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room, the hole into Undermountain. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, a long carrot-shaped nose, and bloodshot eyes. As it bares its yellow teeth and howls, you can see that a half-dozen bat-like creatures, sort of mixed between bats and insects, are attached to its body, and 3 more of those are circling above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts with fear, except for the barkeep Durnan, who shouts, "Troll!" And I'd like all of you to roll initiative. And hold on to those numbers. Don't say those numbers just yet. Let me get ready.
That was pathetic. I'm using the 3D dice roller, and it literally just plopped down on the one number. It didn't even roll.
Okay. You can start saying your numbers now.
11.
7.
Hang on. Okay. Only a 7 for Sylvia. Wow.
I rolled a 2 plus 4 though, so I got a 6.
Wait. Shoot, no. Mine's actually 10.
Oh, okay.
I have a -1.
All right. I all got a 6. You said?
A 6. I rolled a 2, so I got plus 4 to that, so 6.
Big oof.
It literally didn't even roll. It just literally plopped right down on 2.
And Ace and Thalos?
22.
Oh.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Wow.
Damn.
And Ace? What?
7.
7.
I think he said 7. Yeah.
Yep, I heard him that time. Alright.
Sorry, my voice is going a bit.
Okay.
So yeah, IL is just like comfy in his chair, so.
Oh. Well, that's a thing. The roll that I just got.
Rolls already.
Hang on. Bear with me one sec.
Hey!
Look.
Thank.
And finally, wow. Those were some rolls. Alright, Thalos, you actually are up first. You see this scene breaking out. What would you like to do?
Where's the troll?
It just crawled out of the well to Undermountain.
And how far is it away?
It's about 40-ish feet.
And I'm still in the bar.
Actually, probably it would probably be closer, more like 20 feet, because the well's right in the middle. I'll say 20 feet.
What would I like to do? Where's the closest window?
Probably behind you about 10 or so feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to that.
Okay.
Is it a ground level window? Is there fall distance behind it?
Yeah, you're on the ground floor. Unless you wanted to be in one of the upper floors. The tavern is large enough that it does have a balcony.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna open the window and go outside.
Okay, you can do that. Do you want to do anything else?
No, I'm just gonna move the maximum walking distance outside, straight line through that window.
You're leaving?
Yes.
Okay. Huh. Alright.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Have a great time.
Bye-bye, have a wonderful time.
Okay, next up is actually the troll, which, at this point, Durnan has leaped over the bar and grabbed that greatsword off the wall and has rushed to confront it. And as you get a closer look at the troll, you can see that it's actually bleeding. The bug things attached to it seem to be sucking its blood.
What?
The bat bug things attached to it seem to be sucking its blood.
Ah.
Oh, cool.
So, Durnan will... it's not Durnan's turn, it's the troll's turn. The troll will attack Durnan with its, with 2 claw attacks and a bite. So let's see how that goes.
Oh, God.
What?
It has 3 attacks.
Well, it's attacking Durnan, and it hit with all of its attacks, which is not great news for him, but luckily Durnan's made of sturdy stuff. Let's see how much damage he takes. That wasn't enough dice. 15. So Durnan takes a total of 27 damage.
Yeah, I'm glad I left.
However, Durnan looks like... I mean, he felt it, but he's not terribly phased.
To be honest, he's probably like a level 10 fighter or something, or a barbarian. So dude's probably got like HP in the 80s.
Durnan is...
It's Gerald's uncle.
Durnan is... I'm not gonna lie, Durnan is pretty jacked.
Kind of have to be. This is a pre-run thing. They're not going to let him just get wiped out.
Good jet, boy.
Reese, what do you do? At this point, Durnan shouts, "Deal with the Sturges!" As he indicates the bat things.
Okay. But I want to fight the troll.
I mean, that's up to you. You can decide whether or not to listen to him.
Okay, I'm going to get up from my seat and I guess I'm gonna use inflict wounds on it. Might as well.
Okay. Going right. All right. I believe that's an attack roll.
Yeah. Hold on. Nat 20.
Oh man.
No.
Oh. Okay. Roll. Yeah, roll that damage, which will be doubled.
Dude, that's a lot of damage.
Oh man, listen. I've got a crit on inflict wounds before. It's a good time.
3 8s.
24. 24 times 2. So, let me paint this picture. Durnan has leapt to confront the troll, and it looks like he's saying, like, "I've got this, deal with everything else." And then, this, sort of unassuming boy at one of the tables in priest garb gets up, strolls over to it, touches it, and this troll withers and wrinkles and shrieks, and its withered body collapses to the floor. And Durnan looks at you like,
I think that's what we called fucking denied.
All in a day's job.
So
No, Reese isn't gonna say anything. Reese isn't gonna say anything. He's just gonna sit down and keep drinking.
Okay. The Sturges are next, and as they see their main source of food has been destroyed, the 6 that were attached to it start to fly back down the shaft into Undermountain. The remaining 3 will look for a new source of food. One of them will come after you, Reese. And let's see, who else is an attractive target?
You're breaking up.
Oh. How much of that did you get?
Much. I heard that the Sturges are retreating and the other 3 are looking for new targets.
Yeah, so one of those Sturges is going to go after Reese, who just made a big show of things. One will go after Durnan, and let's say Sylvia, why not? So let's see here.
So,
Here, put
wait,
this
is it
in
my turn?
No,
this in
the Sturges are attacking.
Oh.
Reese, that will be a 20, which I believe hits. And that will be.
Hold on.
Okay. That will be 7 piercing damage, and the Sturge attaches itself to you.
Oh my fucking god! Someone help!
Sorry, can't left.
And Reese, you can feel that the Sturge is beginning to drain your blood.
No, you.
It might be tough in fucking magic, but I need some help here.
All right.
Did you plug it into headphones?
Punch it off.
Punch it off.
Punch it off.
What was that? Durnan will not, I believe, not be hit. The Sturge bounces off his armor, and let me see, Sylvia. That will be a 13 to hit on Sylvia.
She's adjusting her audio.
Okay. Can you look up her AC?
What's your AC? Your armor class. Would you get it?
I can look it up real. Okay,
It's
no.
17.
Yeah, it's 17, which is pretty hot. So Sylvia, you see this thing coming in effortlessly, despite being slightly drunk. You dodge out of the way effortlessly.
In fact, that's why she
Can I
moves out of the way.
Can I just roll under the bar stool
Sure.
to dodge the attack?
Sure, you do that.
The
Okay.
master of drunken style.
Yep.
Drunkenly trips.
8. Yep. That brings us to Ace. Ace.
What you do, boy? Eva. Oh, there it is.
How close are all these Sturges to me?
They're within like most of them within 30. Thereabouts.
Like the one that attacked Sylvia, maybe?
Yeah, that one's right at the bar, which is sort of dead center, so I'd say within 20, 30 feet of you, something like that.
Okay, fine. He slammed down his cards and get up. It's like, fine, these little pests need to go. And he'll walk over to the one near the bar and cast poison spray.
Okay, so...
Yo, does that hit the one on me? Because I'm by the bar.
what is...
And attack Sylvia.
What's the range on... Well, how's that thing...
I cast poison spray. Spray is a 10-foot spell, and that Sturge has to make a Constitution save of 14 or greater.
Okay, hang on a sec. Oh, it's one target. I thought it was like an AoE or something. So it has to make a con save. Sorry, which one are you targeting? The one
that attacks Sylvia. I mean, technically, I could attack the one that's attached itself to Phoebe, but technically spraying poison at her is a bad idea.
I mean, up to you.
I meant 2, please. Just punch it off.
Okay, well, it rolled a 3, so you do
Baby, guess who's taking 1d12 damage?
All right, roll it.
Not as good as it could have been.
Ah, fuck.
How much?
4.
4. Well, the good news is that these things have 2 hit points.
Oh.
So, and this was the one attacking Sylvia, or was it the one on Reese?
I'm not attaching Reese because he wants Reese to shut the hell up.
Okay, yeah. So this thing attached to Reese it's drinking, and then this poison hits it, and it inhales that, and it sort of releases and just collapses to the ground, convulsing.
You don't want to know where that thing bit
Be
me.
like, you better now. Could you stop screaming?
Sylvia, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to get up, take out my shield sword, and start swinging it near the bat.
Okay. You're using your sword. All right.
Yeah.
Unconventional for a monk, but okay.
Or a monk weapon.
It is a monk weapon, so roll the hit.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. These things.
11 plus what?
Oh.
11 plus what? 11 plus 6 to hit?
11 plus 6.
Okay. There. Yeah. Thanks, RJ. So yes, that does hit. You hit this thing with your sword, and you can go ahead and roll damage, but it probably won't matter.
Okay.
She can't get above a 2.
Yeah.
I got a 6 plus 4.
So yeah, you swing your sword wildly and cut this thing cleanly in half. And because you're a monk, you can make an unarmed strike with a bonus action if you want.
It's already dead.
Well, there's one more.
Oh.
Oh. Do it.
Punch it.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to run up and punch the other one.
All right, so
just because I
yeah.
I
All
don't
right.
like to action.
Yep. Roll it.
Alright. I got a nat 20.
It exploded the mist.
Yep. So yeah. So you basically mosquito swat this thing out of existence.
When you finally catch that bitch ass mosquito.
That's exactly what it is. So yeah.
I'm actually, afterwards, I'm just going to look back at my friend War Dragon and wave.
And he just has a dopey grin on his face and he waves back. And at this, so now it comes around to Durnan's turn, who says, "And we're not done yet. The troll will regenerate if we don't deal with this." And he pulls out.
Yeah, fire or acid.
Yeah, he pulls out some lamp oil and douses the troll, and says, "Anyone got a light?"
Do.
But
I genuinely do.
Okay. He'll. So next is Ayal's turn. Fun fact: the troll's turn comes before Ace. So.
I'm gonna regenerate before it gets to me.
Right. So Ayal, if you want to take the lighter, or up to you. It's your play.
I mean, if I gotta keep down at it, I will, but come on, guys.
I'll light it, yeah. If I have to light it, I'll light it.
All right. I think you probably have a tinderbox just as part of your adventuring kit. So.
I think I do, yeah.
Sitting around.
I know I have candles, too.
Right.
But it's not my turn.
Are there any candles or lanterns on my way? I have, 50 feet of line?
Let's see. Hours, backpack, bedroll. Hang on. Yeah, you have a Tyler. You do have a tinderbox.
Okay, yeah, I'll light them.
All right, so you come up and light this sucker, and it ignites and it burns good, and what remains of the troll burns away to ash.
Do you want to hear my new mixtape? It's fire.
Yep. At that point, the fighting has died down.
Also on your mixtape is "I Run" by Flock of Seagulls.
It's actually I Ran.
At that point,
you moron.
yeah. At that point, the fighting's died down. Durnan turns to Reese and Ayal and says, "You fought well."
I didn't really do much, but okay.
He sort of just nods curtly. And at that point, those of you who have sort of gathered up, you're sort of all in the same area, all in the similar area now.
Not really Thalos.
Except for Thalos. Someone sort of...
Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, you gotta say it like Bergman.
Alright, fuck you guys, I'm going home.
A man pushes his way against the tide of patrons, steering clear of the charred corpse of the troll, and comes to greet the four of you now. And he says, "Oh, well fought, well fought. You be adventurers, am I right? I could use your help. Let's find a table to talk, shall we?"
Ew.
I don't know if I'd call myself an adventurer.
Anything to get me out of the house.
I mean, if you fought those things, you're close enough. Come on.
I just need to hear you first.
Alright.
Alright, so the four of you now gather with him at a table. The figure who approached you strokes his mustache, adjusts his floppy hat, and tightens his scarf. And he holds out his hand. "Volothamp Gedarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity, at your service. I trust you've
I
noticed..."
missed that.
Okay.
Says, "Volothamp Gedarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity, at your service. I trust you've noticed I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate, but now I fear I've misplaced a friend, and amid this odious malevolence. My friend's name is Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago, and was kidnapped, or worse. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need? But
And if he's dead?
no, I'll give you the dragons as for letting me know.
Alright.
As a side note, dragons are Waterdavian gold pieces.
Dragons are gold pieces.
Yeah, that's the main currency.
Yeah, it's like having euros. It's like money's money.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find your pretty boy? Is that it?
Oh, he's a friend of mine, and drinking companion. We've had some good times, and I don't know where he is. So, what do you say?
Sure.
I agree.
Okay. Do you want to ask him anything?
His appearance. What does he look like?
All right. Well, let me pull up. I'm working with a lot of open pages right now. One sec.
Ayal's entering work mode. Appearance.
Yep.
Occupation. Last sighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just
Right,
checking his hand.
disinterestedly flicking his cards.
He did just offer you 100 gold pieces.
Each or
yes, each.
Oh,
I think
each.
you underestimate how much Ace swindles on a regular basis.
You're not that
Dang,
loaded. You're not that loaded. You can't.
That's true. That's true. It's not like I'm saying I'm stealing 100, but like.
Right. Okay. Well,
If you feel greed, the gambler's only
mhm,
motivation, then
that's true. Yeah, he explains, he's a blonde fellow, like I said, more beauty than brains. We met for drinks a couple nights ago at the Skewer Dragon, down in the dock ward. We drank and gambled a few hours, and then I left, and I haven't seen him since.
Alright, so let's
Poor fellow who went and got himself stabbed.
go to the dock ward and check it out.
Thank you all for...
Oh, wait, one last question. Where does he live so we can determine his path?
That's a good question.
Yeah, tell me where he lives, because I'll know.
Where does he?
Yeah, I live in Waterdeep, shut up!
Yep, this is true. He has
Most of us live in Waterdeep.
Yeah, I'll say,
Yes, I have it.
I'll
Should
say,
have called this campaign Water Dank.
it's Waterderp, thank you. He says, he has a house in the North Ward.
North Ward,
and
okay.
he gives you an address.
Oh, is this...
And there I have never been.
An address?
Yeah, he
Wait.
gives you an address. I'm not an expert on every street in Waterdeep.
Okay, well, he lives... Yeah, I vaguely have an idea where he is then.
Yeah, we're not gonna pinpoint every tiny locale you go to.
I can't.
I want a satellite image of this place.
Oh,
I mean...
we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there to the satellite image.
Fractional distance to the equator.
I'll put it in my GPS.
Level magic, we could essentially get a satellite photo, but we'd need really high level magic.
Right.
I could do that just fine by myself. But
I just stop. You're getting too complicated. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Tactical nuke incoming!
Oh my god.
So he explains that the Skewer Dragon is a tavern between Net Street and Fillet Lane in the Dock Ward.
Funny
Who's
story.
in the-
There's a certain somebody who was already going there.
That's true. So you're already headed. You're headed in that direction, Thalos.
He's going there.
Thank you for
He was going to
Yeah.
go there until all you guys started being dumb.
Well,
What street was it?
Net
Like
Street
you
and
were
Fillet
being
Lane.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just gonna say one last farewell to my bar buddies before I go, because they'll miss me dearly.
Come back soon, Sylvia.
Alright, as long as you pour me another drink.
I hate your character already.
Yes.
Hang on.
Just always
This
drunk.
needs to be said, RJ. That is how everyone feels about Gerald. Welcome to the party.
Cool, he's supposed to be like that though. Which means that I'm playing him correctly.
All right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Curse is also by design.
All right. Assuming
Not to
you.
worry, sir. We'll be back soon.
Yep. So you all start heading in that direction.
I had a head start.
Yeah, you did,
You
and
shut up.
we'll
I bet you I can catch up.
we'll get to you. We'll get to you. But anyway, you start heading in that direction. As you turn a corner, you find on the way, you find yourself in a street that has been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestones are a half-dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees you. "Get on," she says. "Nothing to see here."
Just a normal night.
Oh, something I forgot to mention earlier. The guy who got beat up by the half orc and attacked her, with the eye tattoos. Sylvia, you would know that the eye tattoos are a typical insignia of the Xanathar Guild.
Great!
Oh.
Hi.
So yeah. So, do you stop or do you keep going?
I just keep walking. Reese keeps walking.
I
Okay.
just not even care. He's kept going.
Okay. All right. So you.
I'll stop and think about it, but then see his companions go and then keep on.
Okay. So you keep going.
Wow, that Birdman's quick to trust. These are acquaintances.
So, after a certain point, you make your way down. You make your way down from the Yawning Portal, and eventually you cross into the dock ward. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry.
Tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen, and the smells of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by rows of rundown buildings. As you pass a couple streets, one nearby shop stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and in its windows hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zoblob Shop.
Weird.
You keep going?
Can I do a perception check?
I'm not gonna lie, I caught about half of what you said, including the name.
Okay.
Same.
But I don't know why we're supposed to care.
Okay.
Because I think I'm still smart.
Okay, it's just it's a shop that stands out from the others. It's got a purple facade, a stuffed beholder, and a sign that says Old Zoblob Shop. So it's up to you whether you want to check it out. It's not a big deal. Isle, you said you wanted to make a perception check?
Oh, I was just joking, because I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. Well, in that case, you can keep going in that case. And you find the skewer dragon without further incident. At this point, actually, you probably... Thalos, how are you making your way? Just out of curiosity.
He went down alleyways, but
Okay.
he got a head start and left long before they ever did.
Right. Well,
Oh shit, you've only said that 3 times.
Yes. Where in the dock ward is he going, though?
Oh, he's going to that bar because he's looking for people.
Well, he left before that bar was mentioned.
Yeah, but he was going to go there anyway.
All right. Fair enough. So at this point, the skewer dragon, as you approach it, it looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. And we'll say, for the sake of convenience, Thalos, you're already in there.
What?
You're
You were
already in there.
Okay.
So do you enter?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm going
I have to if we're gonna
just
get paid.
throw open those doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you.
I thought that was implied.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You enter. It's got a much more quiet and sort of I'm just here to have a drink atmosphere than the rowdiness of the Yawning Portal. There's a lot of people that you can sort of tell it's a much worse part of the city, poorer.
Again, a lot of people, and that's it.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Who's the bartender here?
It tends to change. It's not like a usual. It's just there's a bunch of people who sort of rotate out. Right now, it's a sort of tired-looking old man who's just he's not very talkative. He's just sort of bringing drinks. There's a
God, it's a retail worker.
yeah there's a couple people playing dice in the corner as well.
I guess I'll talk to the bartender to ask him questions about the dude
Okay.
who left.
He says, "You want to know about?"
As you walk up to the bar, you get
Okay.
an arm around you that pulls you in close.
All right.
Excuse me.
Hold on. There we go. So yeah, you're getting an arm around you, Reese.
Oh boy.
All right, Reese.
Are you getting fresh with me?
Yeah, Reese. You turn to see this sort of drow-looking dude.
Oh hey, didn't I maybe see you at the last bar I was at?
Maybe.
Couldn't take the troll.
No,
You missed it. You missed it. I melted him. It was pretty fun.
You seem quite excitable. Don't like that. But
True.
nonetheless, you know any paladins?
Not personally, no.
You kind of look the part. You aren't a paladin, are you?
No, I'm a cleric.
Second worst. Same as the first.
Alrighty then.
Well, if you happen to find a paladin, possibly might look like me, might not. Usually kind of looks like my better half. One of my special ladies, you know?
Not really, but go on.
Yes, I keep a list of special ladies right here. See, this is my list. Special ladies. We got lady number 1, lady number 2, Hank. Not sure why he's on here.
I just kind of look back to the people who I came with, like, I just mouthed the word help.
They've gone and joined the gamblers for a bit.
Now you're stuck there with me.
Probably there's 2 others.
I'm curious about what he's saying, so I'm just listening.
Okay.
Writing shit down.
Yeah, I'm just like taking notes.
So, about them special ladies. Is there any special ladies in your life? Certain people you might need to be put to rest? Tuck them in, give them a bedtime story, you know? That sort of deal.
No?
Goddamn clerics.
I'll just writes down possible assassin on his notes.
You also write in big black letters, super edgy.
Yeah, just puts down edgy AF.
AF needs to grow up.
So
Much gray, black.
I got one more question for you.
Alright.
Do you happen to be a noble?
What's it to you?
Well, me and nobles were good friends, actually. About 6 of them. Very good friends of mine. Always looking to add some more.
Well,
I like having
yeah.
friends in high places. And low places, too.
Yes, I guess what you consider a noble.
Very good. And what might be your name, young man?
Reese O'Leadum.
Yes.
He writes it down on his list next to Hank.
Great, now I'm a special lady.
what are the rest of you doing? Ace, you sat.
Okay.
Yeah, Ace is looking to swindle again.
Okay, so you sit down to do that. Sylvia, were you saying something?
Yeah. So I'm going to go up to a couple of the people in the bar, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I'm looking for a beautiful blonde man. I want to sweep me off my feet."
Make a persuasion check.
I got a 10.
Okay. Did you subtract 2 from that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Subtract 2.
So one of them, they sort of just grunt. It says, one of them says, "Shove off," and then in the back, there's a skinny blonde guy who's like, "Hi."
You're perfect.
he sort of looks around like, I didn't think this would work.
Oh my! Hi, I need you. I'm going to bring you over to a couple of guys.
Okay. Who's that?
Well, there's this nice guy who's offering a lot of money for me to bring you back.
Are you sure I'm the person you're looking for?
Yes.
As she's doing that, Thalos is gonna walk up behind her, grab her by the back of her shirt.
I'm so terribly sorry about my sister. She has a part of her, he kind of whispers to him, her brain missing. Doesn't quite know how to filter.
So he hears.
She's my hero.
He hears the word sister. He looks at the tall, dark elf-looking guy and the tiny halfling, who's clearly a different species. And sort of scratches his head, like.
Ayel writes down in his notebook, "Very bad liar." If you're looking for a specific blonde guy, would you be talking about Floon?
Yes. Yes.
Probably.
His friend said he went missing while he was walking home, and we were wondering if you knew the path he took.
Reese.
Or if he told you anything about it.
Reese, you make a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage because Sylvia's kind of helping.
Not drunk. Okay, hold on.
Because
my persuasion's pretty good.
all right.
Oh god. 16 plus 4.
All right. Yeah. So he says, he says, Floon was here a couple nights ago. Was hanging out with his friend Volo. They stuck around for drinks a few hours. Volo left. Floon stayed a little longer, long enough to meet another friend of his, man by the name of Renea Neverember.
Oh, really?
One of the other patrons chimes in and says, chip off the old block, that one. Just another spoiled rich noble who likes to rub our noses in it.
Thalos will grab the skinny blonde guy and the guy that spoke up and take them outside.
Okay. By the way, all of you would recognize the name. Anyone who spent time in the city for more than a few years will recognize the name Neverember. The previous Open Lord of the city was Lord Daggelt Neverember.
Oh, okay, so I know that.
Yeah.
And big shot politicians.
Yep. So Thalos, you make an athletics check to grapple and drag these guys out of the bar.
Hold on. That went in my fucking basket. Hold on. That's an 18 plus...
Yeah, you do.
18 plus 5.
Yeah, you easily drag them both out. And he says, what's going on?
Yeah, Neverember. Everything you know. Perhaps.
Well, the two drank and they played a few rounds of Three Dragon Ante before leaving around midnight. They were followed, though, by 5 men, and I don't know what happened after that. the men.
Direction. Where did they go? Did they say where they were headed?
He points in a direction. And he says, I do know the men who followed them. They haven't returned to the tavern, but I know where they hang out.
Yes, where do they hang out? And what are their names?
He pulls out his list.
Can't give you names, but I do know they hang out on a warehouse on Candle Lane. Look, and the other guy you pulled out just says, "Look for the snake symbol on the door."
All right, fine.
And your friend who you met recently, he had a snake emblem on his person.
Yup. My buddy.
Oh, buddy, oh, pal, oh, Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, he's a real good friend of mine.
Yep. So yeah,
sounds like he needs a good shanking.
Oh.
Yep, warehouse. So yeah, he says warehouse on Candle Lane.
Warehouse on Candle Lane.
Well, aren't they talking to me? So I'm the one who's gonna hear it.
Yeah. I'll with your passive perception, you probably pick that up as well.
Okay, I'll write that down. Because my perception's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure, ladies, but I must be on my way.
Where are you going?
Oh, fuck me. What do you want, you overjoyous cleric?
Okay. Just said you were leaving. You also
Yes, I said I'm leaving, which means I'm Oh, you want to be my buddy too? Okay, fine. Let's be buddies.
He grabs his hand with his right hand.
Let's be friends. Come with me, friend.
This is pretty gay.
Oh, you don't know what I swing now, do you?
Sorry.
Ace, just make a general deception check to see how well your game has gone.
You say?
Just make a general deception check to see how well your game has gone.
No. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
What?
It happened.
Hmm?
I rolled in that one.
Oh, wait.
Quit.
Okay, wait. We'll get to that in a moment. Ace, what did you roll? Ace?
Is this mic on?
Yeah, I heard that.
No, hold on. Let's get back. There you go.
Hi.
Okay, better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 14. So I'm assuming it's going fine.
Yeah. Yeah. You've done pretty well. They don't have a ton of money on them, but you do manage. Wow. You actually do manage to to get 6 gold pieces out of that. So you go.
Does suck.
Yep. So you go ahead and mark that down. Meanwhile, so if I recall, Thalos, you had just sort of clapped.
I had grabbed with my right hand and I rolled in that one.
Okay, so here's what happens. You go.
Oh no.
Reese, this guy goes to like grab with his right hand, and you're just going for like a handshake or a shoulder clap, or Thalos.
Sorry, you're cutting out.
Yeah, cutting out.
Were you going for like a handshake or shoulder clap? Or
No,
what?
I was going to grab the hand.
Okay, so he goes to grab your hand, grab your hand, and then like the weirdest thing happens. His hand sort of flickers with like some weird like chromatic aberration, like almost like a glitchy image, like for reference from our world, so, like a glitchy image on a TV screen. It flickers, and it passes through your hand, and he fails to grab you.
Do you need me to take a look at that?
Grabs with his left.
Just ignore that.
Because that seems like a bad problem.
So
No, it's a birth.
Oh. Okay.
What did you say?
I said it's a birthmark.
Birthmark?
Whatever you want to say.
I all
buddy.
underline very bad liar several times.
I'm just gonna
Star.
where that happened and ask you again.
Pointing to it.
Where are you going?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta disconnect, reconnect.
Okay.
There we go. Wait, whatever you just said, say it again.
I'm just gonna ignore that happened and ask you again. Where are you going?
Well, I'm going down to meet some friends of mine by the warehouse. I need to figure out their names.
And yeah, you would have heard that that's also seems to be where the Trail of Floon leads.
Well, I guess
Since
we'll
you and
still
I
be
are
together,
such good friends, why don't we go check it out together, huh?
Sure, but I think my acquaintances here would also like to tag along. You see, I'm not
please,
sure you
not
were
the
here.
drunk.
Hold on. I'm not sure you were here for this, but a very flamboyant man approached us and asked us to find his friend, and he offered quite a bit of money if we did.
Oh, I'm
sure. Oh,
yeah, I forgot to mention, you all should add 10 gold. Besides Thalos, add 10 gold, because Volo did pay you the 10 dragons up front he promised.
he already gave us 10 gold, and I'm sure he'll give you exactly what he gave us if you help us.
Sounds
Would you like some
mildly interesting, but no.
Alright, well,
You're free to
that's all
follow me, and if I pass a line, so be it, but I have other things I'm taking care of.
Alright.
Alright, so...
Again, very want to make sure my better half, if you see it,
He looks him dead in the eyes.
kill it.
Cool. Well, okay, so before we go killing things, can I maybe heal myself a little bit? Because I'm like...
Oh, you
One
want
hit
to
down.
be healed? Yeah, I
No,
can do
let
that
me do
for
it
you.
to myself.
No,
Back off.
it's no problem.
Do
It's
not
just
touch me!
He's going to touch you.
Okay.
No!
Are you using your healing hands?
I am.
Alright.
Fucking...
And, how...
He's going to boop you on the
I was
nose.
just gonna boot myself on the nose, but thanks, I guess!
And how much?
Kinda weird.
And how much does that restore?
I believe. Hold on. Where is it? It's in spells.
It's on your main
Yep,
page.
there it is.
Yep.
There you go. You get 1 hit point.
Thank you for saving me, like, 1 iota of energy. Alright, can I heal myself?
Yes, you may.
For fuck's sake. Alright.
Write down very interesting character.
Yeah, just small letters, just biggest thing on the page. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Very bad liar.
I can do either one, right? Quinn, I can do either of my healing
Yeah.
spells, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. Of course, that does mean you'll be out of spells for the day.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of either like a one-hit wonder here, or
Yeah, that's true.
I'm worth something.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just use Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Do I need to roll d20 for myself, or
No,
yeah?
it's just a D8. D8 plus 3.
Okay. Awesome. More than I need.
Okay. So go ahead.
It said it's 11, but I don't need 11.
Yep, go ahead and mark that down. Alright. So are all of you then heading to Candle Lane then?
Dallas is leaving with or without.
Alright. And for the sake of convenience, I'm gonna choose to assume you're all leaving together then.
Yes.
Okay.
More or less in something resembling maybe a group.
Yep.
Are you done
Somehow.
swindling strange red man?
As they're walking there,
Flicking a coin. There's never enough swindling.
As they're walking there, Thalos is going to look at the Birdman.
So, I see you got a list of special ladies too.
I suppose so, sir.
So, how many you got?
I start looking through all the people I've met and talked to. Made lists. A lot.
And let me see, 285.
How tall is Ethan's character?
How tall is Ace?
Is it?
Yeah, how tall is Ace?
What?
Oh my!
He's a tall boy.
So I'm just
He's
looking.
like-
You don't even come up to his knees, alright? I'm gonna have to make a height chart now. Shit.
No, I think I'm just 6 foot.
I'm
Even.
4'10".
You're 3 foot.
Yeah.
You're a midget.
Hey.
Well, yeah, she's a halfling.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a halfling.
Always tiny.
It's
Hmm.
not abnormal to be short.
It's not unusual.
I'm 4'10", and that's pretty much average.
Alright. Yeah, wow, 6'2".
Maybe.
Yeah, so you make your way to Candle Lane. Gloom envelops a narrow alley as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. Nearly all the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle.
Which you can see and which of you can't?
I can see.
I can't, but I can cast Sacred Flame, so...
No, I'll take care of it. Anybody got a stick? Or a weapon?
Maybe?
I got a rapier.
Or somebody pick something.
I have a candle.
Well, a bit unconventional, but that'll work.
Alright.
I'm going to cast light on the candle.
Okay. And
And I forgot you had a cantrip.
yeah, and how much light does that shed?
Where is it? Spells. Light. You touch one object no larger than 10 feet in diameter.
20
Sheds a
foot.
bright light in a 20-foot radius or a dim light for additional. So 40 feet dim, 20-foot regular.
Yeah, so it gives a good bit of illumination, and as you get closer to the flickering candle flame, you can see directly across the street from that lamp is illuminated a black winged snake painted above a door's handle.
A black snake painted above a door's handle?
A black,
I'm assuming?
a black winged snake. And
Quaddles!
one sec. So I'll say anyone who wants to try to recognize it can make an intelligence check.
Alright.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Try to make an intelligence
I
check.
mean, Thalos, you don't have to. You know what it is.
Oh, okay, I know what it is. Never mind.
18.
Modified 20.
Okay, so
18.
yeah, so anyone who got above a 10, no, this is a pretty recognizable symbol. It's the icon of the Zentarim, who are a vast criminal network that has roots not only in Waterdeep but all across the Sword Coast and possibly the continent.
Okay. Thalos is going to turn to look at everybody, clap his hands. Now, you lot stay right here like good children, and I will go knock on the door.
Is this a short joke? Knock on the door, and I'm not a child.
Listen,
I think he just
drunk,
has his own personal business to
tiny thing. If you go and knock on the door like a twitchy, batty thing, you will die.
Well, I do have a weapon, and I've survived in a bar for quite some time now, so I'm going to knock on the door.
Look,
Hold on.
booze.
Hold.
Alice is gonna fly to the roof and just stand looking down at the door.
And actually,
Alex, you do your thing. If anything goes to shit, just find a way to let us know, and we'll come in.
And actually, Ayal, at this point, as they're all talking, with your high passive perception, you hear a bit of a scramble and a clatter from inside the warehouse.
Thalos
From inside the house, you said?
Inside the warehouse.
Yeah. Thalos is gonna go knock on the door.
It appears that we've already been discovered. Stealth is out of the option.
Whatever.
Yeah, so you knock on the door. Do you try the door?
Well, he's gonna knock first.
Okay, there's no answer.
He tries it.
It is locked.
Want me to help you break it in?
I can do it myself, thank you.
Alright.
Thalos is gonna break in the door.
Make an athletics check.
That would be 14 plus 5.
Yeah, so you push this door in, and it smashes in with a clatter. With the light spell, you can see the interior of the warehouse. Tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed around the floor. The corpses of the corpses of a dozen men lie along the walls, their rapiers and daggers lying nearby. On the north side of the area, stairs rise to an open balcony level above. You don't see any other signs of life.
Thalos will make his way. Well, he's going to investigate the room first, but then make his way to the stairs.
Same.
We're gonna travel along.
Seems we're a bit late to the party.
All right. Anyone who wants to look around, make a perception check.
Crap.
Oh, hey, not 20.
Oh wow.
Plus 3.
Anyone else?
I got a 17.
Oh, hold on.
At 12.
Nat 20.
Whoa. All right. So Reese and
23.
Reese, Ayal, and Sylvia all notice there are some small humanoid shapes hiding behind various crates and other blockages. Like clearly lying in wait.
You can stop the ambush now. We can pretty much all see you relatively well.
All right. So at that,
I'm gonna raise my fist.
All right. At that point, four short avian creatures with long beaks and black feathers look over and jump out from hiding, and they all have hooded cloaks and they wield short swords.
Ask them if they're soap.
And again, I'd like an initiative roll.
That's 20.
Wow.
Look at that, plus 4, so 24.
24.
12.
7.
18 plus 2, so 20.
Too fast. Hang on. Wait, who got 12?
Me.
Reese.
Yes.
There's an order for these.
My order's always going to be shit. I have a -1 initiative.
Yeah. Ace, what did you get? Ace? 10? Okay. Sylvia?
3 plus 4.
So 7. And Thalos?
18 plus 2, so 20.
Wow. Okay. Some good rolls. They did not get such good rolls.
13 isn't a horrible roll, but...
Well, I said they did not get such good rolls. Ayal, you're up first.
Yeah, Ayal's on his game right now.
So what
Perception god.
Yep.
Perception guy.
Yeah. So yeah, you're very ready for these creatures as they jump out, and they do look bird-like, but unlike you, they're very short and sort of crow-like.
What? You cut out the last.
They're short and crow-like, unlike you, who are taller.
Yeah, they're Keku, okay.
Yeah, you would recognize them as Kenku.
Alright, so closest to me is going to get a rapier.
All right. You go over
Probably
and
the only time you actually want him.
go ahead and make an attack.
Where did that go? That is a 16.
That's a hit.
Alright, so then that's a D8 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a... Okay, I'll take it. That's a 5 plus 4, it's a 9.
Awesome.
It was kind of like on its side, I don't know how it figured that.
The bird lets out a loud squawk as you hit it. Thalos.
Did it die?
It did not die. It is heavily wounded though. Thalos, you're next.
Okay, so there's 4.
Yes.
I'll attack the one that the Birdman just attacked.
Okay. You come over.
Have
Take out your
the
hand.
edge of your blade.
Yeah, take out your hand axes.
Did you kill my fucking witnesses?
That's in. Oh, wait, where's my. That's 18 plus 5.
Oh yeah.
So that would be 1d6 plus 3. No, bad. That's a 6 plus 3, which is a 9.
Yeah, you kill it. Do you want to describe how, or?
He's going to take the axe, cut off its what hand's wielding its weapon?
The right.
He's gonna just lop it clean off.
All right.
You, his father.
I am. Is there another one nearby?
Yeah, you can make it to another one.
Okay, then whatever one's closest to me, I'm gonna hit it with my other axe.
All right. Dual wielding.
Do I have to roll again for that?
Yeah, you do need to roll to hit.
All right. Oh fuck!
Not so much.
I got a nat 1. I got a nat 1.
So you go to swing with your axe, and you all see the hand glitch out again, and the axe, as he's swinging, falls through his hand and it clatters to the ground. Oh wait, was that your offhand or your main?
Sure, you don't want me to look at that.
That was my offhand. No, it's whatever is my main hand. He swings with his left, so you would keep the offhand in his right.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, it does. That is what happens.
It clatters to the ground. Son of a bitch!
DM, quick question.
Yeah?
I have a bonus action that says 2 weapon fighting. I can use the second weapon as a bonus action.
I mean, any character can dual wield. It's just a fighting style. For the weapon, it needs to be you need to be wielding both light weapons with the light property.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more viable for some characters than others.
So I would have to use both daggers instead.
Right, that would be a valid way to dual wield. That said, that would be valid. Now, that said, your offhand attack would be just 1 die of damage, and you wouldn't add to that damage.
I'll stick with my regular.
Yeah. Okay, so Reese.
Unless you're with the caveat is unless you're proficient in it.
Well, I mean, unless you're a fighter that has the 2-weapon fighting style, which is what Thalos is.
Dual wielding, the second gets no modifier unless it's a negative modifier.
Well, normally, Thalos has the fighting style that allows him to do that, to bypass that.
For any player, it's...
Right. Reese.
Reese is gonna smash. Just gonna use my mace.
Okay. Roll a hit.
Hold on.
Re-smash.
Re-smash!
To the grave domain.
Stop being nice!
Yes. One of the Kenku says...
Against the grave domain, I'm just saying, you're sending them to your domain.
Yeah. One of the Kenku says, Becky.
What did he say?
Right.
Becky, let me.
Nat 20!
Oh, holy
Eat
shit!
my mace!
She want blue. She don't want blue.
My
She won't yellow.
Alright, roll damage. Double the dice.
1, 6, 5,
So
5 again.
so is that what you rolled on the die?
Yes.
So that's doubled to 10, and then you add your damage bonus.
Okay, my damage bonus is.
Oh, do you not have one? Oh no, your strength is +0. So
Well, it says hit D.
well, no. Your attack bonus is +2.
Oh,
Your damage.
okay.
Yeah, because that's your proficiency. Your damage is just.
Because it was a nat 20, I get a damage bonus.
Well, the dice get doubled.
You do it double. You roll the dice twice and then add your modifier.
Well, I like to just double the dice, but yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so it's a 5.
It's
A 6 and a 5, so yes.
Oh, you rolled
11.
2 dice. Okay, so 11
Yes,
damage.
it was 11.
You smack this thing heavily,
Right in the face.
right in the
made
face.
its skull in.
Ace, you're next.
I'm next.
No, Ace.
Oh, okay. So that leaves 2 dead Kenku, right?
The one she hit is still standing, but barely.
You know what? Riss seemed like he needed to work some shit out and is taking it out on the Kenku. I'll go for a third one.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to walk up to the one that Thalos dropped his axe in front of.
Okay. Thalos, this tiefling walks up next to you. And
Look a bit right in the gills.
what do you do?
Poison spray.
All right.
And you seem like you have trouble dealing with enemies.
All right. Let's roll. Let's give him a con save. That's a 2.
Eat my damage, foul villain.
But you're evil.
We're foul villains. I'm a very white collar.
Foul villain, because, birds.
Damage other foul villains.
Foul. I get it.
Man, I wasn't going for that, but yeah, I like that too. Let's do
A
that.
truck full of rock sand stops at a red light.
So how much damage?
Damage.
What?
For sake.
Okay. You really need to do something about that mic.
Next week, just give me some time.
Okay. It hacks and coughs as the poison fills its lungs. And Sylvia, there are 2 injured and 1 not injured.
Okay, so I'm going to go up to one of the injured birds, and how tall are these birds?
About as tall as you.
Yeah, they're about as tall as you. Are you going up to the one that got maced in the face or poisoned?
The poison one or the pounded one?
I'll go with the poison one.
All right.
So I'm going to try to slide past past the poison bird, and I'm going to try to leg sweep him with my short sword.
Okay. Leg sweep with your short sword? How does that work?
She's gonna chop at his ankles.
All
I'm
right.
going to try to chop at its legs.
All right. Roll
to
it.
see if...
Yeah. Roll the hit.
All right.
I like it.
10 plus 6.
So yeah, that's 16. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage as you sweep with this and hit at the ankles at something that's actually your size for once.
1 plus 4.
So
5.
5.
5
Sylvia
damage.
is now the ankle shanker.
Yep. It takes that. It takes that. It squawks in annoyance. It's still standing, but it is also now very wounded.
Punch it in the nuts.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, I'm just going to get up and punch him in the beak.
All right, to go for it.
Okay. Another 10 plus 6.
Okay, roll damage.
3 plus 4.
All right. So here's a question: have you seen JoJo?
Yep.
Yep.
You know the Iggy versus Pet Shop fight where he bites the thing's beak off.
Oh.
Yeah, you punch the beak so hard that it shatters, and this Kenku flops to the ground unmoving.
Nice.
Ayel cringes.
Yeah, right. Your beak's small. Your beak's a lot smaller than theirs since you're an owl.
Yeah.
Slowly cover
I'm
his
going
beak, like, no.
Yeah.
I would look back at him and be like, don't worry, I won't do that to you.
Thalos is gonna lean in. She's totally gonna do it, man.
At this point, the two remaining Kenku look at their fallen friends and each other, and they're gonna try to flee. The one next, Thalos, the one next to you breaks and makes a run for it.
That's an opportunity.
That is.
Wait, hang on. I thought the one in front of him is dead.
So I moved to the other one where I dropped my. Oh yeah, there's the one in front of me dead.
Which I then poisoned, which Rebecca just fucking
Oh yeah,
murdered.
that's true. That's right.
The one in front of Risk is running away.
That's what I meant. I got confused. The one in front of you, Reese, is running away.
It's just somebody else.
Reese? Phoebe, you're muted.
Sorry.
Yeah. The one in front of you is trying to run.
I'm gonna grab him.
All right. Make a. You can make an athletics check to try and grapple.
Oh, great. 0. Better hope I roll well.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Ooh, you better roll well.
Stop stressing her out.
13.
Yeah, you try to grab it, but it's a very slippery avian creature, and it breaks.
Too many feathers!
Yeah, you come up with a handful of feathers as the two start to run away. However, they only make it 30 feet.
Who would win in a fight? Gerard Way or one slippery boy?
Stop! No!
Yeah,
I mean, that fight was technically going to go to Risk, because, face smash.
The two are making a break for it, but Ayal, you are up next if you want to try and stop them.
I'm up again?
Yeah.
How far away are they?
About 30 feet. Easily a cleared distance.
Well, not for me.
You.
Well, if I fly, yes. Actually, yeah. I guess I'll fly to them.
Yeah, you're in a big warehouse. So.
All right, I'll fly to them with the rapier.
All right.
The injured one.
Injured one. Okay. Are you going for a kill or are you trying to knock it out?
I'll try to knock it out.
Okay. Roll it.
That is a 2 plus 6, but whatever.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, that's a swing and a miss. Thalos.
Where limited other action? I thought I had it. Is it features and traits?
What are you looking for your special thing?
Necrotic shroud.
Oh.
The ASMR bonus.
Doesn't that allow me to fly though?
It does. It's also a. I mean, I won't stop you from using it. I want to. You. There might be more conflict on the way, and they can only do that once per day.
Oh, there might be more conflict on the way.
Yeah, just throwing that out there. Fuck. If you think this is the time to use it, you can go ahead.
Nah. So how far are they away? They're 30 feet?
Yeah, 30 feet. You can close the distance.
Let's say you should have a move speed of 30 feet.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking action. It's
to the edge of your blade.
Reach 10 feet. I'm gonna move up 20 feet, and then I'm gonna whip. Can I like whip his feet and stop him?
Sure.
Like wrap him up in the whip.
Sure. Which one are you going for?
Well, there's the injured one, and then there's the healthy one.
Yeah, there's one that hasn't been hit.
I'll go for the one that didn't get hit.
Okay. And you're just looking to tangle him up?
Yup.
Okay. You gotta roll the hit.
14 plus 5, so 19.
Yep. Damage.
Oh, damage. It's a D4. That would be 3 plus 3, so 6.
Alright, he takes that, and, yeah, you manage to trip him, and he stumbles to the ground. And at that point, they're sort of seeing the tide of the battle, that they're not escaping. They look like they're thinking about surrendering, but, Reese, it's your turn.
Whose turn?
Reese.
Okay.
Ow. They're thinking about surrendering. Can I just throw my mace at them?
It won't. So you won't be able to do that as an attack, but you can just, like, if you want to try and intimidate.
It's just meant for intimidation,
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, you can make an intimidate roll if you want to,
Alright,
to do
hold
that.
on. I need to see my modifier for that.
Oh, this smiley motherfucker's just like, yeah, get out of here, bitch.
Yep.
I'm gonna toss my mace at you. I hope it doesn't smack you in the head. They stole my Gravos. It's a 15 plus.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Intimidation is +2.
All right, 17. Yeah, they stand down and sort of raise their hands in surrender.
Okay. Get back over here.
They shuffle back over, and now you sort of have the run of the place if you want to investigate or ask them questions.
Get out,
There's
boys.
my axe.
You can pick your axe up.
He doesn't know where it is.
It's on the floor, right there. Just point it in the conspicuous area to the floor.
Alright, so...
Hey, Bird Boy, you seem the one to ask better questions here. How about you ask them the questions?
Do they speak common?
You would know Kenku actually can't speak, but they can mimic sounds they've heard and voices that they've heard.
Thalos will walk over to the Birdman.
Yeah, trying to ask them questions would be about as useful as asking a bag of bricks.
Well, it can. I mean, you can get information. They might be able to say things that they have heard recently.
Look, you gotta have a little bit of a special touch when it comes to stupid things.
Then do you have this special touch?
Well, you've seen me hand.
I've seen you drop a few things with that.
I'm gonna admit, it's a pretty special touch you got there.
One of the Kenku will say in a deep voice with an orcish accent, "Xanathar sends its regards."
Thalos will pick that one up.
And what does Xanathar send? What's it send?
It will then say. It will then say in a thin, nasally voice, "Tie up the pretty boy in the back room."
Pretty
Oh.
boy.
No, not you.
What back room?
There are some side rooms in this warehouse. Including...
Everyone except the drunk. Go look for the room. The drunk stay with me.
Perception check.
Right.
The other one will say, "Follow the yellow signs in the sewers."
It could be a trap, though. So be careful.
I heard follow yellow
just-
signs. Is that it?
Follow the yellow signs in the sewers.
In the sewer.
Oh, in the sewers. That's my favorite place.
Joy, we've got a gang hit on our hands.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, would you mind if we picked up a friend of mine?
and
Will we what? I'm sorry, you cut out.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I think we both cut out.
Yes. Just try that whole bit again.
Would you ladies and gentlemen mind if we picked up a good old friend of mine?
Sure.
No. Goody.
Okay. So the Kenku you're holding, Thalos, says one last thing in a scratchy voice. No time to loot the place. Just get him to the boss.
Of course. Alrighty. You nice friend boy.
Oh, yes?
Come outside with me. We gotta do something to get my friend to come out.
Oh, boy, okay.
Are we gonna throw him a party?
You stay here.
Sit in the corner. Don't move.
Sober up, maybe.
Aiel's just going to look around the warehouse.
Okay.
See if there's anything else.
Yeah, you start to look around there, and you can find there's a small door and room under the stairs, and then there's some more stuff on the upper level.
I'll go onto the stairs first.
Under the stairs? Okay. So the door to this back room hangs on loosely broken hinges, and the cramped chamber beyond smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar. It's filled with discarded ropes. Canvas. Ethan, I'm getting an echo from you. Canvases, splintered wood, smashed barrels, and also there's a man in there. Tied up. He looks like a well-kept. He looks like a noble. He's
pretty boy.
He looks like the pretty boy they were talking about. I actually can find a picture of him. If you.
What's going on? I'd just like to ask while you're searching.
Yeah.
Thalos took Rhys outside, right?
Rhys, yeah.
Yeah, while they're doing that, Ace is just gonna gas the remaining Kenku.
Oh. So...
Hooray, evil characters! He's gonna be kind of pissed. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, so you without much trouble can execute them. Okay, here's the picture. Let me... while I'm doing that,
to the group, I'm not playing Ace like a murder everyone character.
Okay, good. But yeah, Thalos, you can drag Rhys outside.
What's up,
Okay.
buddy?
All right. To get my friend to come out is very specific, okay? I have to do one thing, and you have to do another thing. Understand?
Right. What thing do I have to do then?
I need you to say Siggy. Here, Siggy, 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 Siggy.
Like I'm calling a dog?
Exactly.
Alrighty. And what exactly will you be doing, or do I not have to worry about that?
Thalos has both of his pinkies in his mouth.
You're gonna whistle, okay? So we're doing this right now.
Yes.
Alright, here, Siggy!
Okay, one of you make an animal handling check with advantage. Because
Alright.
you're being assisted.
Okay.
I got a 18.
Okay, there's a flash of gray and
See, he's black.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for the correction. A flash of black fur as a largish wolf comes out of the shadows and pads over to you, Thalos.
Ah, Siggy. So good
What
to
is
see
this?
you, friend. This is Siggy.
He's big and cute, and I love him. What is it?
He's a wolf, but he bites, so don't pet him.
Okay.
Or try to pet him, but okay.
I like my hands as they are. Thank you.
In the back room, Ayal, you have found this noble-looking guy with a blue tunic and red hair. He's seen better days though. He is marred by grime, and there's a stench of rancid pickled herring from his surroundings. And he's also unarmed and tied up. As you open the door, he looks up and says, "Who are you? Are you with the Xanathar?"
No, we were hired to find some blonde here. Since we're here, cut the rope.
Thank you for that. He flexes his arms and stands up. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rainier Neverember.
This might not end. I pick up my book and look at my notes.
Hang on a tick. Oh, no.
Pardon me for the random meowing.
Mm-hmm. Were you sent to find me?
No.
All right.
We were sent to find someone with blonde hair.
Oh, Floon?
Yeah.
Yes. He was here recently, but I fear he is no longer. We were jumped on our way out of the Skewered Dragon Tavern by a bunch of thugs. Captured and brought to this warehouse, but then the Zents were attacked here by other criminals, and I think these new individuals, I think they mistook Floon for me, and they took him to the sewers.
Interesting. Well then, it seems we'll have to go back to the sewers. In the meantime, what will you be doing?
Well, I could go back to my home. If you would like me to tag along to rescue Floon, I can do that as well.
You've had enough. You've had a trying day as it is. Go back home.
All right. He will begin to leave and walks out the door, right by you, Thalos.
Thalos will grab him.
Okay.
Ah. You might be a man I'm looking for. Not a special lady, but someone I am looking for.
Can I help you?
Well, in a sort of sense, yes.
He's...
What are you on about now?
Oh, nothing. Me and my other buddy here need to go meet my best buddy.
It's quite a few buddies.
He narrows his eyes and puts his hand down towards his hip and then realizes that they took his sword and he doesn't have a weapon. So, and he says, what are you talking about?
Oh, you've got friends in high places and low places, a lot like me. Why don't you come with me and we can go say hi?
I'm going to need a little more than that, friend. If you didn't notice, I was just kidnapped by thugs who wanted...
Oh, so far he's been helpful to me, and if it's anything, I'm from the Oletum family. Don't know if you know me, but I live here.
Well, I was just kidnapped by thugs who were looking for information that I don't have, so...
Well, sucks to be you then. Siggy, sniff.
What exactly do you want him to do?
Because we're trying to find the other guy, so looking for the scent of that guy.
Oh, okay. Just make an animal handling check.
At 20.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Sigurd will sniff him and go like.
No, he'd be more like a woof.
Okay.
He's more of a boof kind of dog.
He's a boof.
He's a boofy. He's a boof. He's a boofy boy. So yeah. He says, so who is this friend?
Oh, he's,
You know, a friend. Your friend. Guy you've known a long time. Real good friend of yours. Yeah, you know him. Childhood friends. That's what you are.
Just stop it there and let's keep moving on with our time.
Yeah, you can tell he's not buying any of it.
I do need you to come with, though.
Alright.
No. You're fine. You're fine. I'm talking to, Mr. Got Kidnapped over there.
Aiel takes out his notebook and says, possible brain damage.
So, where are we going?
Wherever the dog goes. Well, wolf.
We're following
Dog's a little
his...
inaccurate.
Oh, we're looking for
To
Fluent?
wolf. Yes.
Very well. I'll accompany you for that. I feel a little guilty that they took him. They thought, you see, they were looking for me, but they mistook the two of us. So I'll join you on that.
Yes, you will.
You realize kidnapped friend here doesn't have a weapon anymore, right?
Yes, it would be helpful to have that fixed.
Thalos kicks the dog, pulls a piece of wood with some nails in it, and hands it to him.
He takes it like, thanks.
Good enough for now.
Hey, quick question. What kind of weapons were the Kenkus using? Daggers?
They were using short swords. You could give them a
Yeah,
short
take one of the bird's short
I'm just
swords.
gonna walk out of the warehouse with like a bundle of short swords.
All right.
You said you needed a weapon. I'll take your pick.
No, this'll do me much better. He'll take one of the short swords.
Anyone else?
Is there any reason to explore the upper?
It's up to you.
Oh, I'm asking the guy.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. It's up to you. The Zents might have things stashed around here somewhere.
I'll go look.
All right. Make a perception check.
That's a 19 plus 7.
Okay. You're starting to go up to the upper floor, and then you notice a part of the wall next to the stairs that looks a slightly different color than the rest.
I push on.
And it opens.
Please be secret to work.
Yep, exactly. Yep. You open it. You can hear when you open it. You hear the faint sound of a bell from upstairs. You imagine an alarm system that is somewhat defunct now that the warehouse is empty. But there are two wooden crates here. One of them has 4 wood-framed paintings wrapped in leather, and the other one has some 10-pound silver trade bars.
10-pound silver what?
Trade bars, like bars of silver they're black from corrosion, but it looks like they're still probably worth a lot.
Well, I would try to pick these up, but I have a crap strength.
Thalos will stroll over. So, you looking for a fence?
I suppose I could use one about now.
I know a guy, and you're looking at him right here.
I see.
All right, so if you want to take the paintings and bars, I'll give you a quick summary. The paintings each depict a city. The cities being Luskan, Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, and Baldur's Gate. The paintings are each worth 75 gold.
Holy shit!
And the bars of which there are 15, and weigh 10 pounds apiece, they're worth 50 gold each.
Someone break out the calculator.
It's a lot.
All right, yeah, it's fine. Calculator. So you said how many paintings?
4 paintings worth 75.
Okay, so that's 300 and 15 bars versus 50.
Yep.
So that would be all total 1,050.
So yeah, that's a fair amount of money right there.
No shit, Sherlock. Alright, so we take all this stuff.
Who's carrying it?
Not me, I can't fly.
I can carry it.
Okay.
I have to be late, otherwise I can't fly.
That would be you realize the silver is at 150 pounds all told.
Say, I can't hear you.
The silver all told, the silver weighs 150 pounds.
Whew.
Oh.
So,
Equipment.
Some.
Where's carrying weight?
Isn't it's times your strength?
Yeah. Oh, if you go to your equipment and click weight carried at the top, it'll tell you what your carrying capacity is.
82.
Mine is 255.
Okay, so you can. It's a lot, but you can. Well, wait. How much are you carrying right now?
136.
Okay. So
To 280.
you can carry. Let me see here. 136. 14. No. 12.
I can carry 83 pounds.
Right. So you can carry 11 of the silver bars without suffering any ill effects.
I can carry the rest.
Okay.
I could only carry 11 more pounds.
I can carry the rest. I can carry the other 4 bars.
Okay. All right. So Isle picks up 4. Thalos picks up 11.
Reese is just sitting here like a. You have fun, guys.
And the paintings you can divide up amongst yourselves without much trouble.
I don't need it.
I found it. I get one of them.
All right. Yeah. At this point, you hear footsteps, and out from outside, and a dozen guards converge on the location.
Oh shit.
Led by what looks like a captain, who say he's an uptight-looking guy. So those of you who frequent the dock ward recognize him as Captain Staggett, who enters and says, "What's going on here?"
Thalos is gonna try and.
Second floor, right?
Yeah.
Sleuthing.
He as he sees the bodies in the warehouse, he orders his men to search it, and they go inside.
Oh wait,
They go.
am I still on the first floor?
Still on the first floor, right?
Yeah.
And we're on the second, so he doesn't see us.
At this, Rainier says, they're with me. They actually just rescued me from the Zentarim. He says, oh, very, very well. We heard sounds of a conflict coming from here. I assume that was you lot.
Yep, that was us. Nothing to worry about, though.
As they're saying that, Thalos slinks past, puts his arm on Reese and Rainier, and we were just leaving.
All right. Well, as the son of the previous Open Lord is with you, I'm willing to overlook this mess right now. But I'll give you some free advice before I go. Best not to meddle in criminal matters. And leave the dirty business to the City Watch. Not all officers are as nice as me.
We're not
Yes.
here to take down the system, guys. We're just here to look for a dude, alright?
All right. Just keep the blood off the streets, okay?
He's thinking to himself, I am the criminal.
And you know that the keep the blood off the streets. It's a common saying. Basically, if you're gonna fight, do it where they're not in a populated area.
Yeah.
And
So Thalos is gonna try and keep his face hidden from all these guys.
okay. Make a stealth check.
No. Let's go again. Fuck you. Really? Not in the game, then. Ah! It's all the way down there. That's a 8 plus 2 is 10.
All right, you successfully hide your face from them. They know one of them looks at you a little curiously, but other than that, you're fine. Staggett will take a rolled up parchment out of his pocket and hand it to you. It's like, if any of you are new to the city, the code legal. Just this will help you become familiar with Waterdeep's laws and customs. And that is a handout that I will put in chat right now.
Thalos will take it, smile under the cloak, and walk off with Reese and Rainier and Sigurd.
All right.
I'm just gonna take the one that I got and hand it to someone else.
All right. So you guys can.
I will take it.
Yeah, you guys can look over.
Somebody gets 2 because I don't need that shit.
Yeah, you guys can look over that at your leisure.
As the three of us and Sigurd are walking away, I take the one I got, roll it up, and toss it in the water.
Okay.
I crumple his up.
So IL's the only one that's left.
Yeah.
I'm still in the same spot,
Okay.
pouting, playing with my brewer's supplies.
Oh wait, Thalos does take a couple steps back. Come on, drunk.
You told me to stay here.
Yes, and now I'm telling you to come. Let's go.
Fine.
You can ride the dog,
You have a dog.
Wolf.
Did you not see this thing when you came outside?
No, she's been in the corner the whole time.
I was in the same spot.
Quite obedient for a drunk.
How are you still drunk? How much did you drink?
I don't know.
All right. As you walk up to join them and walk away, you notice one of the dead humanoids not the Kenku, but one of the people who were in the warehouse dead already. You notice on the palm of his right hand, black tattoo that looks like a circle with 10 spokes radiating out of it, and it's a symbol you know well.
Who knows well?
Sylvia.
Oh, okay.
Christ.
I hope nobody minds the other 2 dead Kenku.
Just some chicken for later.
IL just sighs.
No
and shakes
offense
his
to
head.
you, Niall.
So.
IL just sighs and shakes his head at the Kenku.
Yep. So, at this point, you're able to. You have an idea of where you're going. You know that Floon was taken by what sounds like the Xanathar Guild, which is a criminal organization within the city, and it sounds like he was taken to the sewers.
Wonderful.
So you can make your way to a sewer grate without much trouble.
Before we go to the sewers. We're gonna stop off at one of Thalos's safe houses, the one in the docks.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I'll say there's one nearby.
While they're there, hey, Birdman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he nudges. We'll say it's a shabby-looking building. He nudges a wall, and it opens up a bit to reveal a door. I ain't carrying this shit with me while we're going down into Stink Town. We leave it here.
Very well.
All right.
I can agree.
I'll say you can stash that stuff in your safe house. And,
Can I sneak in and check his cabinet?
make a stealth check.
Can Thalos try and perceive what she's doing?
Make a perception
Can
check.
IL do the same?
Yeah.
Doing just this natural perception.
17 plus 6.
Nat 20.
Plus, okay. So
Plus what?
what's your perception bonus?
Mine's minus. No, wait, perception. Where are you? I have -2, so it's 18, but I got a nat 20.
It is a nat 20. Nat 20s are only really an automatic success on attack rolls. So she rolled stealth literally better than you can perceive.
All right, I actually did roll a 17 as well, and I have a +7.
So 24. You just notice her slipping in, but she's very good at avoiding notice.
Wow.
So what is I guess Thalos? What does she find in there?
She finds a dead body.
Oh.
It's all bones. It's a skeleton in the closet.
Hey, Grey Poser, do you have anything that I could eat or drink?
Thalos looks in. Oh, Frank.
Yes.
Oh god.
He throws his axe at one of the rats running around by the skeleton. There, eat that.
I'm gonna pass.
I'll take it.
Reese and Thalos collectively gag at the same time.
Does Ayal eat the rat?
Sure, why not?
He's a bird.
He's a bird.
It's still gross. I'm a rich boy, alright? I don't see this shit every day.
That's fair. Alright, so
The rats around here are quite interesting.
So you can now make your way to the
for someone who seems really smart, that was really dumb.
You can make your way.
You just don't understand fine cuisine.
With that, you guys can make your way to the sewers. In that case,
Go!
Yeah, we're following Siggy.
Yep. And you can still have your light up, and you also notice because it is dark in the sewers, and a putrid stream flows along the sewer tunnel, which leads into two directions. In one direction, you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk, which is a palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out of its circumference. The same symbol Sylvia saw earlier.
Thalos leans down next to Seaward. So, bombs, or do you smell something else?
Sigurd will look in the direction of the symbol and sniff and go, ooh, and pat in that direction.
Alright, follow the wolf.
Following El Doggo.
Yep. As you make your way through the sewers, you come across more intersections, but at each one there's one of those yellow markings, which, as you remember, one of the Kenku did mention. And we're pretty much without fail, Sigurd will go in the direction of those markings.
Cool.
As they're walking, Thalos is kind of talking to himself. They say keeping a wolf would be a dumb idea. It wouldn't help you at all. Shows them. Fucking rooster.
Having pets is always nice.
So, after an hour of following signs through the tunnels, you come to a three-way intersection where a ladder leads up into a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby, heading in another direction. And floating near the symbol is a spherical... okay, that echo is definitely coming from RJ's computer. RJ?
I'm not hearing anything.
Well,
I'm not either.
Are you using your speakers?
No.
Huh. Hang on, 1 second.
I'm not hearing an echo either.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm definitely hearing one. That's super weird. It's not at the moment, but I was a moment ago. Okay. Well, okay, so floating near the symbol is a spherical, grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks, and it bares its teeth at you.
Gross.
And another initiative, and this is another initiative. Oh yeah, and Rainier's with you too. Let me get ready real quick.
19.
14.
One sec. Wait. Hold on. Let me. I should just get in the habit of setting these up before we get into the combat. Okay, sorry, say again.
19.
19 for Ayal.
Oh, I rolled a 13, but it's -1, so
12.
no. I rolled a 14.
So
So it's -1, so it's 13.
13. Wow.
Hey.
13. Yeah, 13 plus 4, so 17.
17. Thalos and Ace.
22.
22. And Ace? You're muted. You're muted, Ethan. Oh. 14. Okay. Alright, Thalos, what is your dexterity modifier?
My dex.
It's +2, right?
+2.
Yeah. Okay, so that's weird. This thing didn't set it up right. The thing actually goes first. It rolled really high.
For what?
The little grapefruit creature, which looks like a tiny miniature beholder. So yeah. What is it going to do? It fires off 2 eye rays. One at who's it gonna shoot at? I'm gonna roll to see who it's gonna shoot at. We'll just use this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One at Reese.
Oh, great.
And one at Ayal.
Alright.
How much?
Well, first I need to see what ray it is, because that's set random as well. Okay, Reese, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yes.
At least it wasn't me.
Oh, great. Hold on.
My strength is exactly 0.
Qua?
Huh?
Mine's +0. Hold on.
Well, let's see.
19.
Okay, it shoots a blue ray at you, and you can feel the ray trying to move you against your will, but you manage to hold your ground. Meanwhile, a gray ray comes flying at Ayal. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
17 plus 3.
You can feel it. You can feel it trying to cloud your mind, but you shake it off. Thalos, you're up.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks. Dos Equis.
Alrighty.
We have, so for the first one, it's 18. 18 plus. Where the
That
fuck
hits.
is my?
That
It's 18 plus 5.
Yeah, you hit.
That would be 2 plus 3 is 5.
5 damage.
Yes.
Right.
And for the second attack, it's 15 plus 5.
That also hits.
And that one's going to be another 5.
All right. It is heavily wounded, but not quite dead. Ayal, you're next.
I want to do a short bow.
Okay.
Actually, no, let's scratch it. I'm going to do rapier.
All right. You come up with a rapier. Roll it.
16 plus 5.
All right. That hits, and because Thalos is next to it, you get your sneak attack.
What?
Because Thalos is next to it, you do get sneak attack.
Okay. Plus 6 damage, right?
2d6, I believe. It should say.
Features and traits, sneak attack.
Oh, it is 1d6. Okay.
Yeah, 1d6.
Okay. It's 2d6s later. All right.
Alright, so I do 1d8, 1d6. Okay.
Yep.
2 plus 2 plus 4, right? Yeah. 8.
All right, you stick your rapier right through this thing and turn it into a shish kebab. and its eye stalks fall limply to its side.
Nice, guys. I didn't even have to touch it.
Good work, Birdman.
Thank you.
All right, you keep going.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Yeah.
distracted.
Yeah.
So you said there was a ladder and then there's a hall
Yeah,
or
there's-
another tunnel.
Yeah, there is a ladder and a tunnel going forward. The tunnel is the one with the marking next to it.
What do you think, Siggy?
He sniffs and points in the and looks in the direction of the symbol and the corridor.
That's what I thought too. Hey, you lot, hold up here for a moment. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
So, features and traits. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna use ethereal instability.
Oh. Okay. So that would mean, yeah, roll them.
All right. Oh, you put. All right. It would be 66.
Okay, so that would be, so right before your eyes, you see him concentrate for a moment, and his right arm and hand vanish.
You alright?
I think I need to nap.
I think you need some cold water.
All right, what are you doing with this?
Thalos looks at it. That wasn't what happened last time.
All right,
That's a new one.
roll again.
I can roll again.
Well, it's at the end of each of your turns for the
Okay.
minute that it's active.
That's this is gonna be awful.
What is it?
So we got 78.
Okay, so now the the effect spreads rapidly across your head, torso, leg. All that's left of him visible now is his left arm and leg, which are both hovering in the air as if the rest of his body is still there. But
That's a little disturbing. What the fuck are you doing?
Do we have
So
to
with this
figure out
gentleman's
this guy?
attempting to accomplish.
Well, that's enough. So I'm going to the left arm and leg that are left are now going to climb the ladder.
okay. You do that. You come up and you push open a metal cover and you find yourself in what looks like a tavern cellar.
He closes it.
Okay. As you're doing that, like, you see someone walking into the cellar and notice the disembodied...
Oh, they just see an arm.
Yeah, and you see them drop some food.
The arm will take some of the dropped food.
Okay. And you see them run back upstairs.
I kind of want to stay to see how that plays out, but I'm going to take the food and close it.
Alright, roll again.
We have, that would be, what's it, 68?
That would be the, back to what it was before. The main parts of your body reappear, leaving just your arm missing. As you climb back down.
Talos comes back down. Not much to see up there. He hands the food to the drunk.
Actually, it's worth noting, you know what, I completely through my mind, it should have been a lot harder to make that climb. Because you're doing it one-handed.
One hand and one leg.
I'll say you made it work with the hand and leg just sort of wedging yourself up.
I'm going to give the food back and attempt to climb up the ladder because I can smell something quite tasteful.
Okay.
The Thalos is going to grab you. Nope, nothing up there. You don't want to go up there. Nothing up there.
I smelled something. What did you see up there?
Perfume parlor. Let's go.
Pretty good.
Go. If she wants to explore, what's the harm?
You gave me food. You're being nice to me. Now put me up there. I want to see what's up there.
Thalos, roll again.
I'll roll again. Oh fuck.
What was it?
100.
What?
Pardon?
I wasn't expecting.
Question marks.
I wasn't expecting this to happen on the first use. Oh no.
Pardon?
What?
Alright, I was distracted. What happened?
Bad things.
Oh no.
So you're talking to her and you're trying to stop her from going, and then you're not there. Thalos vanishes.
Oh.
And Thalos,
Where'd he go?
You are in the ethereal plane currently.
The fuck?
Did I just like fall to my ass, or am I still floating?
You are not. You fall. His grasp fails, and you fall to the ground.
Oh shit. Well, I guess I'm going up there.
Well, that was unexpected. It's close to 10, and I'm tempted to call it there.
Aww.
I feel like I don't know what's gonna happen next. If I'm being honest.
Oh.
I'll leave it with
We need
this.
a little time to prepare.
I'll leave it with this. Thalos, you sort of stand there and like you've done this probably a little before. You know it lasts a minute, so you're like, okay, give it a moment. You count mentally in your head 58, 59, 60. And nothing happens.
Uh-oh.
61, 62.
I done goofed.
And
How
that's
funny would it be if he was just trapped there?
and that's where we'll call it.
Oh, God. This is not good.
Now writes in his book, gone forever.
So we'll see what happens with that.
The building.
Well then, welcome to Waterdeep, everyone.
Oh, boy.
Welcome to the motherfucking rice fields.
Yup. So
that
Episode 1 was wild.
that
oh
happened.
my god,
That happened.
It was
that was even better than I was expecting. That's
That's the ending.
it. That's the entire adventure.
Shit.
She just farted.
Roll the end.
No.
Okay, so I guess next couple of weekends I'm working on moving into my new apartment, so I don't know if we'll be able to play.
Okay.
We'll try to make it work.
Yeah.
My question to you is, next time we play, do you guys want to go back? Do you guys want it to which campaign do you want to continue?
We left on cliffhangers for both of them, so honestly, I feel like we should just go back to original for one.
Yeah.
I'm fine with both. I'm fine with either.
My edgy boy. He's trapped.
You can put him down for a day.
Well,
It's okay, you can be trapped for another couple of weeks.
I will say, if y'all are free Tomorrow evening, we can do a double on a weekend for this to try and finish this introductory thing.
I don't know.
I don't know how late I'll be out.
Oh.
Yeah, my friend's holding her birthday party tomorrow, so I'm like...
go to that.
Hey.
Yeah, that's more important.
Fuck birthdays, we're more important.
No, this is just as pleasant, but...
Oh, speaking of what, Phoebe, what exactly what you're trying to say here? You kind of messed words.
No!
Yeah, I mean...
I have several friends. I'm allowed to hang out with all of them.
Let her go to the damn party.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Andy ain't going anywhere, and Paolo sure as hell ain't going anywhere.
Phoebe, that second sentence you said me, what was that supposed to be saying?
The second sentence?
You said
Like
bang,
after spank?
yes.
Exactly what it says.
Penises?
Why is there a question mark there?
Because it's supposed to have a question tone.
Like,
I'm sorry, but I'm...
Anyway,
I don't get it.
Don't worry about it.
anyway,
Phoebe
anyway.
jumps off of top of house, sticks land.